Hello, hello. Something cracked. Anyways, today, like right now, I'm going to delete, well, more like deactivate temporarily my TikTok, my TikTok. I got my iPad because I already deleted the app from my phone. I guess to do an honest life update, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I've been struggling. I need to kind of redirect my energy right now, call it back, and redirect it towards me. I feel like I need to go back to like the drawing board or the vision board because I am just trying to do a lot of things at once, juggle a lot of things at once, and my nervous system is just not currently built for that. I've definitely grown and have really like started to regulate a lot of areas. I've made a lot of progress, but I'm not where not where I would ideally like to be. And right now, I just feel like I need to pause, re-examine my situation and my goals, and rest. I need to rest because I have been fighting and resisting rest. That's something I know I've mentioned it before. It's hard for me to rest, but like no space here. Let me get a little more comfortable. Mosquito just bit me, so I was sitting like awkwardly because I don't want my ointment to like get everywhere because I put ointment. Anyways, I'm just not doing well. And yesterday I saw a video. Yesterday a video popped up here on my YouTube homepage saying, I think it was the title was How I Quiet the Noise or something like that, and in the thumbnail it said delete TikTok. And I clicked on it and then I left, and then I was like, no, let me hear what she has to say because I probably need to hear it too. That video encouraged me to step away from TikTok. I'm not going to permanently delete my account because that's not what I feel called to right now, but I do feel I need to just step away. And when I step away from something like social media, it's not just, oh, let me just delete it off my phone, out of sight, out of mind. I have to deactivate my account. Like, if it's still out there, it's gonna bother me. So I'm gonna deactivate it. I already like posted a little heads up for my followers and my mutuals, my friends, but I'm gonna deactivate it right now. I wanted to do this on camera with y'all, but yeah, like I said, I just need to go back to the vision board, the drawing board, because I really am trying to juggle like a lot of things at once, like YouTube, TikTok, Substack. I recently joined Substack, and you know, as someone who speaks from the soul, writes from the soul, for the soul, it does kind of take, it's like a pretty heavy mental load, especially between YouTube long form and TikTok short form. And recently I've come to this like realization that for me, social media, especially short form, quick like attention span, just very loud, chaotic, where there's a lot of content just like thrown at your face, like TikTok or Instagram or even like YouTube shorts. That kind of social media is such a big disruptor for my nervous system as someone who's trying to regulate their nervous system and reset their nervous system. Oh my gosh, let me deactivate this. I cannot multitask, but I'm gonna deactivate it right now if I remember my password. But here we go, deactivate it. Okay. Enter the code we sent to your email. Deactivate? Deactivate. Oh. Oh. Oh my. Okay. She's deactivated. Ah. She's deactivated. But like I said, I just had to kind of go back to the drawing board. For me, it's my vision board, and my vision board is my desktop wallpaper, and I'm looking at it, and you know what's not on here? TikTok. You know what is on here? YouTube. And I'm also just kind of like reconsidering what I want to do with this channel, how I want to post, what I want to post, how I want to do things, run things. A lot of my followers have come from my shorts, and I'm very grateful. Subscribers, supporters. I don't like that word, followers. I need a more like human word. So I'll go by supporters right now, my celestial supporters. A lot of y'all, if you've been watching this, come from my shorts tab, and I am so grateful for everyone, but I feel like no one really watches my videos except for like the same 2-3 people plus my other Gmail accounts, and I am immensely grateful for y'all who watch my videos, who continue to show up. I am so grateful for y'all. But I guess like what I'm trying to say is, to those who don't really watch, I don't even know if they'll see this, I'd rather you not subscribe if you're not gonna watch. You know what I mean? If you're one of my regular viewers, that doesn't apply for you. But I love you. I love you so much. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, I've got 80 supporters, and the average watch view per my video is like around 10 or under. And I just, like, I want people to subscribe intentionally. Like, if you subscribe, like, I'd hope like you are watching my channel. And like I've been learning that, you know, when people unsubscribe or unfollow, like, you know, I probably just don't align with them, and I wouldn't, you know, want someone who doesn't feel like they align with me or doesn't enjoy my content to subscribe to me anyway. But I've been kind of like reconsidering if I should even keep posting shorts, or what kind of shorts to post, like what, like the ones where you can like link them to a longer form video, because a lot of my shorts are just my TikToks repurposed. They're literally all just my TikToks, because I figured if I'm posting on TikTok, then I could post these on YouTube as well. But yeah, a lot of like my shorts get the views, but my videos don't. And I've always, you know, little young me had this dream of becoming a YouTuber, and that included, that was the vision, the main goal was for the long videos. So I'm just like reconsidering a lot of things. I'm even considering just like archiving or privating my current shorts right now, because I want my videos to be the thing. I think once I started like posting shorts, posting my TikToks here onto shorts, and I saw you know, the faster results, like how YouTube pushes out shorts and the likes and then the subscribers, I kind of got used to it, and I had convinced myself, you know, YouTube is a long game, it's a long game. But then here I am posting shorts, you know, short form content is not the long game. And now I'm ready to fully step into my vision, because I kind of lost track of it, lost sight of it. I kind of wandered off a bit. But now I'm like, okay, let's come back. Let's look at the goal. How are we going to get there? How am I going to set things up to get there? And I'm ready to kind of like start fresh. symbolically, figuratively. Yeah, start new, start fresh in some way, focus my energy on to where I really like want to. And I've, YouTube has always been like my main goal, my main social media goal. And I lost sight of that vision because of all the short form content and the fast like numbers. And with following like the fast stuff, I've kind of, swayed or just kind of stepped back from YouTube a bit because I don't know, I just feel like I don't have much to say or of value to say, and was really redirecting my energy towards TikTok. But like I said, social media, especially like TikTok, Instagram, where you just open the app and suddenly you just having content shoved down your throat without even like picking and choosing and pressing play. Like it just starts playing when you open the app. Big nervous system dysregulator. I just didn't like how I was feeling using the app, whether if it was consuming content and even creating content. Like I was just so overwhelmed and overstimulated, and like I said, it felt like I was undoing a lot of the work that I had done within my nervous system reset. And like I said, I just had to come back to the drawing board, to the vision board. Like what is my vision? What is my goal? And right now at this point in time, I just really need to redirect my energy back to me right now, because I feel like I've just been putting it out into like a lot of things, trying to do a lot of things and hustle and stuff. And it's gotten to the point where I'm just so burnt out and exhausted and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And on top of that, I'm just kind of like struggling with other things, like financially. I have been open about this before in other videos, so why hide it in this one? But I've been struggling like financially, and also just learning what my strengths are. I've been learning a little bit more about human design, and I am a human design projector, which, like, if you know anything about human design, like, I am not really meant to hustle. I'm not meant to go. I don't have a lot of like energy like as most people do. Most people are generators, including manifesting generators. That's like the majority of society. And what I'm learning about human design, one of my big takeaways is if you're not a generator, manifesting generator, you're gonna have to do a complete reset, because the way you're supposed to approach things is not what you're taught. Because what you're taught, right, in society, it's like a very linear model. When you grew up, it's like you go to school, get some skills, get a job, trade your time for money, or just go, action. And projectors, I think they're kind of, the archetype associated with it or something is called the seer. So it's like you see things, like projectors see things that others don't, whether it's like in the gaps or even like in the far future, like a visionary. And I know there's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth to human design. There's a lot of truth to astrology and even like destiny matrix. I'm kind of learning a bit, but the hardest part is accepting those truths and doing the reset to embody them. Because like I said, when we grew up in society, like everyone's taught the same thing, but the thing is, like, everyone is different. People are good at different things. Some people are really good in the action. Some people are really good just giving advice or seeing the things that others can't see and filling in the gaps. So others are like, that the 5D space, the liminal space, it's like I'm still really trying to be comfortable, like, saying terms like that, like the 5D, the veil and stuff, because it sounds so woo-woo. And I know how, like, that's gonna be perceived, and that's one of my things. I don't want to be perceived, but I want to be seen. I don't want to be perceived, but you know what, I'm putting it out. This is good. But yeah, I'm just really trying to figure out what my strengths are, using my astrology, my human design, destiny matrix, and how, what are my strengths, what are my talents, and then how can I potentially like monetize off of that. Because like I said, y'all, I'm struggling, and it got to the point where I had to like tell one of my parents. I was like, I'm struggling. I live at home, but like I really just don't ask for help in a lot of cases because of internalized shame. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, with internalized shame. Like, money is always being kind of like a taboo topic, or like the conversation is always like there's a lack of money and scarcity and fear, and I'm really trying to outgrow that. But it got to the point where I was like, hey, like I need help. I was just honest, and I was like, I spent a lot of my money on XYZ, and living with people who don't understand it. It's now there's another like sense of urgency, like, oh my gosh, she has to get a job, and I have people, texting me all these links to apply for jobs and stuff, and I'm looking at them, but it's like, and I've been told don't be picky, but at the same time, my intuition is telling me be picky, or else you will drain yourself. Like, I'm not afraid to like apply for a job and go to work, but it really does come down to like what type of work it is, whether if it's, because like let's say like a warehouse job where you're like a physically demanding job is not the most ideal for my human design type as a projector, but like maybe a teaching job or mentoring job would be more aligned with that. So I'm just like really, it's just like a big pause, reevaluate again. Yeah, the energy is just very heavy, and it's calling me to rest, but I'm also at the same time like trusting that a lot of this stuff that I've been working on in the past few months, like starting this YouTube channel, well, I just deactivated my TikTok, and then I started my Substack like a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago. Like, I'm really trusting that, this is gonna pay off. Like, my audience, my people will find me, or my content will find them. Yeah, just continue like doing me, doing the things that fulfill me, that bring me fulfillment, and learning about the things that I want to learn about so that I could deeper understand myself, and just putting myself more out there and being honest and vulnerable with y'all. Because that's like I feel like I have to like remind myself every now and then like why I started this, because sometimes that image of I have to be perfect, I have to know it all, it does get to me. But I have to remind myself I started this to share my story, to share my journey with those who are going through the same thing, or going through similar things, who are also like, we're doing this together, like we're figuring this out together, we're learning together, we're growing together through the good, through the bad, the ugly, the pretty. This was a pretty messy video overall, like the structure of it, it was kind of like a brain dump, heart dump. But yeah, that's just currently like where I'm at, what I'm going through. And if you're going through the same thing, you're not alone. I feel like, wow, there's just so much going on like in here, but also like I can't put it into words. I think I can feel the energy of next month's eclipse already. Today's Friday. Is it still? I think it's still Leo season. But tomorrow there's a new moon in Virgo, and I just like everything just seems a little symbolic right now in terms of like patterns. Like right now I'm kind of like letting go of TikTok, because right now it's still the waxing, no, it's still the waning crescent phase, so we're like fully like letting go, not fully, but like letting go of something to enter a new chapter, a new stage. So I guess like this new chapter for me is a TikTok less chapter. And also really like honing into like what my skills can be, my spiritual gifts, because right now, like I said, my nervous system has been so dysregulated. Like I feel like I've lost a little bit of connection to myself, to my intuition, to the divine. I find myself often questioning and just really like internally frantic and fearful, and I just need to like breathe and trust and open myself. I feel like I've closed myself in some kind of way, and I just need to like reopen myself, especially to the downloads. And then next month is eclipse season. Oh, it's gonna be transiting my first house again. 1st and 7th houses. I'm a Pisces rising, and y'all, eclipse season during Pisces season, that was, I did not think I was going to survive. Like literally, I was like, okay, like this is it. Is this the moment? But I'm still here. And you know, once September hits, we enter that eclipse season, I'm just gonna surrender. I mean, yeah. Right now, I need to definitely practice more surrender, because I've been trying to control things and grasp for control, but they're all just illusions of control. That's where I'm at, and even though it's not my ideal situation, I'm still going to acknowledge myself and a lot of the work that I have done, especially all the internal work, the nervous system reprogramming that I've done within these last several months. I've unpacked so much. I have reprogrammed so much. I have reset so much. I've reframed so much. So I'm not gonna, what is it called? I'm not gonna overlook like all that growth because of my external reality. I've said this before, what's it called? I'm going through a period, this era of external stagnation but constant internal transformation. So I'm not going to overlook all the change that I have been going through, because on the outside everything's kind of the same, or it's kind of like disappearing and going, well, negatively, but really like I know money comes and goes and it's like an energy, but it really is resetting my nervous system, myself, to be able to hold it, to hold a large quantity of it, and to just hold it. More reset to do, and more like grounding myself, no matter what external voices and factors like throw in my face, my path. It's just like, I feel like right now I'm being tested. This might be a test. This video is so messy, like I said, it's just like a dump. So I'm definitely gonna have like more content coming up on more specific things and with more structure. So look out for that in the near future. Also, subscribe to my Substack. I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna put it in the description below. My Substack. Subscribe to my Substack. There are stuff that I have discussed on here on my Substack, and you might see me post something on Substack first and then talk about it here. Like I said, like I'm still like my Substack's been existing for not even 2 weeks, so I'm really still just figuring things out. Right? This is what this channel is for. This is for us figuring it out. I'm figuring it out question by question. Figuring out, learning, growing. We're doing this together. So I'm sorry I don't have all the answers for y'all, but you can subscribe so we can go on this journey together. I'm running out of words, so I'm just gonna end it here. Like, subscribe, share, comment, repost. Subscribe to my Substack. Mwah!